Hi everyone, my name is Haytham. I am the shop owner for Stylo HNK that I'm selling Excel templates for small businesses that make your business grow very smoothly. As I mentioned, or it's mentioned in my bio, that I'm working now as a procurement manager with Amazon, and I use many of the templates that I am selling, which I built by myself. It's not from the Amazon or from any company. It's something that I really built myself. So once you buy the smart um, inventory tracker, and once you download it, the first thing that you need to know just to create a unique file for it. So I'll take Control V, then go to desktop, whatever it's up to you where you want to save it, and just call it tracker. And then I will explain to you why we created a new file path for it. And make sure it's a macro enabled file, as there is an VBA code that will print out all the purchase order based on the supply order. Okay, so let's start. So just once you download the file, you will find some random data that I. The first thing that you need to know just to create a unique file for it. So I'll take Control V, then go to desktop, whatever it's up to you where you want to save it, and just call it tracker. And then I will explain to you why we created a new file path for it. And make sure it's a macro enabled file, as there is an VBA code that will print out all the purchase order based on the supply order. Okay, so let's start. So just once you download the file, you will find some random data that I left it for you to give you like a heads up how you going to use. But we will start from the scratch, and I will delete the data here, and then once I delete, so everything here will be an A, which means that there is no data. Okay, so and this is the dashboard that once you hit refresh, it will amend all of things. So like if I say refresh now, everything will disappear. Okay, so the file starts from here, which is the original forecast per kilogram. So many companies, they have like a forecast in a unit, and the sales order come in a different unit. So for example, in a sea, or like a sea-based company or fish company, so the forecast comes in kilogram, while the sales order coming from any supermarket in a carton, like how many carton they are going to order, for example, three carton, and that carton consider of 3 kilo or 5 kilo. So that's the reason I just give you sorry, just give you like an opportunity to have a different unit. But again, if you company use the original forecast is same as the sales order, so I will show you what you need to do. So first, I will copy paste the same data before, and you should put or enter your own data. So here, the original forecast order finished good item number. So I worked with different companies, and each company has a unique number identifier for easily calculating the bill of material and the orders and everything. And then here in Colombia, item description and the unit of measure, kilogram, dozens, whatever that your unit of measure. Then here is the forecast. So in that file, and in the template that you're gonna download, you will have the forecast separated or spread in weeks. However, some company, they work with 30 days or monthly forecast. So each company has different criteria, but if your companies work with 30, easy, you can change with 30, then everything will update. Even here, everything is automated. So I will leave it as 7 because that's what I feel comfortable to explain to you guys. So here's it's 7. And one thing in the final sheet order, we are going to calculate what we need to order from the supplier. So in my last company, when we were placing a weekly order with the supplier, and some company place fortnightly or every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks, whatever is the case, you can change that from here. So you can, if you want to place an order for 2 weeks to cover 2 weeks of forecast or 3 weeks of forecast or whatever, you can change that number. So let's assume that we are going to cover 1 week. So I'll leave it as 1. And another thing, whenever so the cells in this sheet has two color, light green and orange. When it's light green, which means that you need to insert your own data. When it's orange, means that it's automated, you don't need to do anything. So here we entered the forecast, and here it's not limited. Sorry, let me remove this ribbon. It's not limited. You always can add a new item here. So let's write whatever here. Then you just need to copy paste, test, then kilogram, and I just bought imaginary number 1 1. Then here in the forecast carton, which is, as I said, every company has a different criteria. So here I leave it as a default, which is 1, which means that the forecast and the sales orders are the same. But if it's different, then you need just to put the factor or how it's calculated. If it's 3, just put 3. Everything will change here. Yeah. So I will leave it as 1 as a default, and I will leave it for you whatever you want to do. And then just I want to add here. So because here there's a total, just be careful. So just when you want to add a new item, just do insert, then just grab this copy paste. You see, just grab the same number. Here because it's a different. That's like a value that you need to calculate. Then here, just grab that below. Okay. Then bill of material. So that's one of the most important sheets in any smart tracker. So here is the finished good number. So this sheet is reading, so here P reading from here in same arrangement. So item A, item B, item A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So A, B, C, just make sure to follow that order to make everything is right. And here, that item, which is item A, finished good, has 5 raw material in order to create that item. I guess if you are here, you understand what is the bill of material. So you can change it. If it's for item A, you just can delete that item, and you need to go like that, like you need to go here and delete the item that related to that. So here, item A, raw material A, in order to create that finished good, and this is the bill of material quantity needed to create that finished good. So 1 carton of finished good of item A need 1.7 kilogram of the raw material A, which has raw material number. And then And that's go for everything here, like for item A, item B, it is the same. And just you need to key in your own data, and then you need to put the calculation here as well. Then here everything is material item number, and here is raw material item number as well. So you need to put all of your raw material item number that you have along with the unit of measure, and you need to put the stock, what the stock you have now currently in your warehouse. And that's manual because you need to put it by your own self. You just need to copy paste, just delete that and then copy paste your own data. Um, and then here in a transit, the same thing. In a transit, quantity means the quantity that you already place an purchase order with the supplier, but you're still waiting for the delivery to be delivered. So, and make sure always to enter the order unit. Supplier lead time, that's important because the calculation in the final order sheet will rely on these data as well. So here, if you entered all of the bill of material item number that you have, then this sheet will read all of the raw material that you entered in the bill of material, so you don't need to do anything along with the description as well. And then you need here to add only the lead time for each raw material. For example, raw material A, 3 days, and you need to put the supplier name. So look here, if you have different supplier, you need, like for example for this item, in order to have like the context, you need only to put the supplier that you are going to place that order with. So we have a different comparison sheet that you will use for pricing to decide which supplier that you are going to go with, but this is not the case for this sheet. It's you need only to pick the supplier that you are going to place the order with. Then here is in calculation, you need to do nothing if you follow all of the steps here. And here it will be all of the raw material, the unit of measure, and then in transit, current stock, total, which is summation of in transit plus current stock. And then here it is for raw material item A. If you see here for raw material item A, the 15th of October, this here the quantity 4,663. If we go to the bill of material, it's the same 466,636. Sorry. So that just only a final sheet that read all of the data and collect them all together. You don't need to do anything here. As you see here, it's in orange, light orange color. Then here is the master sheet. Again, if you enter all of the same things really, like if you follow all of the instruction, then this sheet will read everything from this different sheet. So here's the supplier name, raw material item name, the description of the raw material, the unit of measure, safety stock percentage. So every company has its own criteria. For example, some company they have 30% of safety stock in top of the forecast, and maybe you don't have anything, so just don't put zero, or you put it zero, that's fine. So put it zero, whatever is the quantity, what's the value, just enter it here. And because you are going to place a purchase order to your supplier, so in your calculation sheet, when you calculate the quantity of each raw material, while maybe the supplier is selling you like in a bundle. For example, each 10 units of that measure, he's selling you in one box. So I put just 10 for default, but most likely it will be 1. So you can put 1, 10, 9, 8, whatever is the value. Then here's the quantity to order, and this is the supplier unit of measure, and the ATA. So here is very important. So the ATA that the expected time of arrival, it will be calculated based on the supplier lead time. So here for this raw material item number A, we'll put 3 days, and please make sure that to enter all of the days, all of the value here in days, it's 3 days. So if you see here today it's 8th of October, then it's here the delivery will be 3rd of October, 11th of October, which is 3 days after you placing the order, as we are going to place the order now. Here is the unit price. My bad, that should be green because you need to put your own unit price from the supplier. I'm going to fix it, but once you download the file, you will see that it's green. I mean this column. Then total value here is the total value for each unit, for each item that you're going to buy, and validation and check. What this means that as you are in shortage, so you are going to order and the delivery will arrive at 11th of October, then you don't have any shortage or any risk of shortage. However, for this item, so it's lid film for cover, so the delivery date is 8 days, while you need to cover the orders for 11th of October, then it means that you are going to miss it. So you need to check with your supplier to get a real date, or like you need to find a solution for that. But if you are a good planner and you're always on top of your task, then you will never reach that. So that's the file. Then after that, if you had hit run report only, then I'll show you what will happen now. That takes time, that's fine. So supplier PDF generated successfully. So if you go to the path that we already created, just if you click here to the PDF file, you see here this AA, the purchase order for this supplier, and here's all of the item number, the description, the quantity to order, unit price, total value, and the ETA date. That's when the delivery should be happening in your warehouse. So just let me check last thing before we close off. So again, I said you can order the items here. So we already ordered this item here to test. Then in the bill of material, as I said, we are following the arrangement A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So you need to go to the end of the sheet and just go do plus and add this file, add this item. And yeah, you just need to like how many item is related to that, you need to add it here. And again, this one you need to do the same. And then you need to enter manually all of the data. And I will put like that's just for then if you just do like that, then that will calculate here. In current stock, make sure to add it in your current stock and in a transit as well. Supplier lead time, because just you need to do like this. Sorry, you need to go from here and just add 3, then it will read that, so it's 0 because that's read from the raw material, which is here. So if we add 1 2 3 4 5 6, then if you go to the supplier, it's 1 2 3 4. So again here you need to do 9. So then VLOOKUP, that's the VLOOKUP, so just you need to copy paste, and that's read also from the bill of material. So here again here change here, then you need to order here. Then in the calculation as well, you need to because it's a unique. So you just, how many line you add? I add 1 line, 3, done. That's a VLOOKUP, so just take VLOOKUP, and that's a VLOOKUP as well, because we didn't order anything, it will return 0. Then here, so yeah, because that in a transit quantity, we didn't enter anything. So if you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and order bot 1, then that will change to 1. I'm just doing that mistakes with you so you understand more. Same. So that will be an A because it's not in the stock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, then it's 2. And here the total, here as well, and just you copy paste like that. The other is you didn't have that like this. Everything is right. Then in the final sheet, again, just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because in the supplier lead time, we didn't put any supplier. So if we say y, if you go, it is y. Then again here, just do here. We didn't order. So just you need to copy paste because here it should be a value, and then here should be 10. It's fixed. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here as well. Here as well. Here as well. And based on the lead time, it's a good job. That's it. Thank you guys. You can reach out to me if you need any help. Thank you.